Hello everyone, my name is Anisa and that is our inspo for today. And now I'm going to be starting by pushing her cuticles back, and then I'm going to go into some nail prep. As always, everything I have a link to be linked to down below in the description, as well as timestamps so you can skip. And I also added some text commentary to help you guys just a little bit more. But this is a ceramic cuticle bit and I used it in forward and reverse. Now I'm going in with a fine grit sanding band. I like to use the zebra ones just because I noticed the grit is much different from like the colored ones like brown, pink, or green. It just has a much different texture. After I dusted off her nails, I decided to go in with the 876 coffin tips, and I went with all the smaller sizes because her nails are little. These are actually her graduation nails and she's going to a dance afterwards, so make sure you guys go ahead and tell her congratulations on graduating. And after this, I will go ahead and cut them down, but it was out of frame. But I didn't use a lot of magnets. I might have used like 5 or so, but you guys are going to see the length a little bit later on. So these hand files are from 818, which is Nails by Jessica's brand, and they are 60 by 60 grit files, so they are very, very coarse. All I'm doing is making sure that there is no tip on the sides that is sticking out too far and like connect to her skin. And I also did a little bit of light shaping as well, not too much because it was already pretty narrow. And these nails, while they are long, they're still kind of short, so I don't want to take off too much length from her. And after I went ahead and did that, I'm blending in the tip to her natural nail, more so on the nails you can see, but I went over the nail just one more time because she does have very oily nails, and it just helps to make sure that I did not miss anything. But obviously if I can see that it's like etched enough, then I'm not going to go over it again. But it's very important that I blend in the tip with this set because her nails are actually so small that if I leave that little ledge there, the application will be terrible. I went in with 2 coats of primer. Now I'm doing a thin, clear base layer, and this is also important for her specifically because, like I said, her nails are so small, and sometimes there can be like a little bit of a ledge left if you don't blend it in good enough. So in order to prevent that and prevent the application from having like a dip or where the tip sticks out through the acrylic and it's kind of like a bump there the whole time that you're trying to cover up, this is another option. So now for the design, I'm using Blanca. And for this white, I need it to be very blended out where her tip meets her natural nail, or wherever you want the ombre to actually start. You want it to be blended out. You don't want it to be harsh because then the nude is going to have a hard time blending. And I'm going to use like such a small area that it needs to already be faded just a little bit. And I use 1 bead of the pink blush from Giselle Beauty to start my blending, and then I go in and I do the rest of the ombre. If I feel like it's just too far down, I will wipe it off like to the side, and then I'll blend up. You can technically go like back and forth with pink and white if you need to in order to get your blend together, but I decided to not do a back and forth because sometimes when you use like a white like this, it's just a little bit hard to get it nice and neat. But I did go in and encapsulate each nail as far as the ombre right when I finished it, just because those are the only nails that I had to do some encapsulation with. And I repeated the exact same steps on the index finger, and the rest of the fingers are going to be a solid nail of pink blush, and pink blush also has glitter in it. Now I'm going in and reshaping. I'm making sure that there is no acrylic on the sides. The reason why you guys are only seeing this pinky right here and then I switched to the other hand is because you can just see this hand just a little bit more clear. But I'm making sure the nails are straight. I'm also going in and making sure the corners don't look like a box, like the actual sides of the nail, because I don't like that square boxy look. So I go ahead and round that out just a little bit, not the actual corners of the nail, but the actual sides of the nail. And after this, I'm going to do some e-filing and then some buffing, and then it'll be time for the nail art. Also, the reason why there's that puddle, like the black area on the paper towels, because I had to pour some alcohol on her thumb because it was heating up, and I poured some alcohol on there, and then she was able to swat her hand around and it went ahead and cooled it off. So now that I'm done hand filing for the most part, I'm going in with a fine drill bit, and this is not a safety drill bit, so be careful with that. But in general, you should be being careful with any drill bit regardless of it is a safety bit or not. And as I said, I'm removing any deep scratches, and that is why I went ahead and went in with the hand file first on the sides, because it got up any acrylic that would have been stuck there. And if the drill bit would have hit it, there would have been a possibility that the drill bit could have gotten stuck in that area and just went too deep, or it could have skipped and wrapped around her finger. So that is why I like to hand file first. So as far as buffing, you really don't have to, because as you can see by the video, the nails were very, very smooth. And if you don't go over the surface of the nail with a drill bit, you very much so could just go in with this, or if it was smooth enough, you could just go in and do your application of your nail art like regular. But I just feel like it's just a little bit too smooth of a surface, or sometimes there might just be one ridge that I created with the drill bit. So going in with the buffer just helps with that, but you really do not have to. And you can also use a sanding band, but sometimes it just leaves scratches that are too deep. Now I'm going in with the Vanillisa white and the 3-piece liner brushes that are the exact same as the ones that I got from Getting Out 32. And I just put them on a little palette. Everything I have a link to be linked to down below in the description. And after this, I'm going to go in with her Bling, and I will go a little bit more into detail with that, but I am curing everything for a full 60 seconds, and I only did one coat. So with this, I just made sure the coat was thick enough, and if any polish got onto the skin or was anywhere that I didn't like, I went ahead and wiped it off with some acetone, and then I cured it. Now that everything has been fully cured, I'm going in with her Bling. This is a Bling AB and clear boxed from LGN, and I went ahead and added some clear Bling from Nail to the Hustle as well, which is like that really big one that you see at the back. And then the rest were from the LGN kit, and it's all mixed up now because this has been dropped at least 5 times, but typically it would be organized in whichever way that you decided to organize it. And this is the Precise glue gel, rhinestone glue gel from Macart, and I really enjoy it. And I do flash cure, and again, here is the inspo, and we just went ahead and did something a little bit different because I cannot do 3D flowers. Now that all the stones have been cured, I do flash cure it just so it doesn't move. Then I stick it in the lamp for at least 60 seconds. The Macart rhinestone glue says to do it for 120 if the stones are bigger, so you can just really do whatever you want, but I know I'm going to top coat it, then cure it, so it's going to have the full amount anyways. And so now I'm going in with this top coat. It is a rubber based top coat. Nails by Jessica recommended it, and I bought it, and I do like it. And this is actually really good for her because she is a little bit heavier handed, and somehow she managed to dull the other pinky nail. Like the shine on it is no more, and I don't know how she did it, because the rest of her fingers are shiny, but that pinky is not. So I wonder what happened with that one, but it did fully cure, so I really don't know. But the top coat still did stand up. I think it's just lifted up because the stone is missing too. But hey, that's what happens when you put nails on a little kid. They just kind of do whatever. But now I'm going in with Blossom Cuticle Oil after everything's been cured for a full 120 seconds. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and ring the bell. Everything I have linked to be linked to down below in the description. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.